Hello, EdUMagicians. Welcome to the EDUMagic Podcast with your host, Dr. Sam Fessich. Dr. Sam is a professor of education, author of EDUMagic, and a pumpkin spice latte fan. This podcast is designed for pre-service teachers. Remember, friends, teaching doesn't begin at graduation, but during that first class at 8 a.m. Let's get this party started.
This podcast is a proud member of the Teach Better Podcast Network. Better today, better tomorrow, and the podcast to get you there. Explore more podcasts at www.teachbetterpodcastnetwork.com. Now let's get on to the episode.
Hello, EdUMagicians, and welcome back to another episode of the EDUMagic Podcast. My name is Dr. Sam Fessich, and today the podcast is being taken over again by students at Slippery Rock University. Today, you're going to hear from two groups of future teachers. One group is going to talk about Padlet, and the other group is going to talk about Nearpod. They're going to share about how you can use these tools to have an engaging learning environment, interactive slides and items with both those tools so you can get students interacting with your course content in real time, and then how you can use that data to make teaching decisions. So tune in, get ready. These episodes are so much fun for collaboration, interactive classrooms, and engaging learning experiences. Here we go.
Welcome. My name is Alan Ergani.
And I'm Mia Pisano, and today we will be discussing an amazing teacher tool called Padlet.
Yes, Padlet is an amazing tool for both teachers and students, and we're going to share a little bit as to why that's.
There are many ways to use Padlet, creating many opportunities for students to interact with each other.
Yeah, students can respond to questions through collaboration boards or interactive presentations. As an educator, you can choose whether students respond anonymously or not.
Padlet also makes it pretty easy to break a large class into smaller groups and gives them a virtual space to collaborate with each other. Some options include whiteboard, brainstorming web, presentation, Venn diagram, and a question of the day. These encourage participation from all the students, not just the extroverts.
Like me. One of the best parts about Padlet is that it is free to use and provides many ways to monitor student responses.
I love using Padlet in the classroom to help increase class participation and diversity of opinion, especially with the collaboration board feature. Recently, I personally used a Padlet in order to collaborate with my classmates for an upcoming exam. I even sent the link to a friend who was also studying for the same test. Using the Padlet was very easy, and it was really nice to organize my things through their sandbox feature. Not only was it visually appealing, but I was able to add text, notes, sticky notes, photos, and links all right to the sandbox.
I like that idea of using it to say what's your up to you at one point, but I know that throughout my college career, like I said, there have been a few times in which I had to use Padlet to hold class discussion, and it is also a great way to keep records for students and everything else. But when working with a technology tool, it's important to know that what data are wrong. While Padlet is perfect for having students collaborate with each other, it can be risky to have students post whenever they want. Billy or Johnny might say something that is not appropriate.
A really easy way to fix this is to establish ground rules. If they aren't treating the software with respect, they can't use it. This promotes digital citizenship and professionalism among the students.
Right. And another issue is that the link can sometimes break or change, making it impossible for students to access the Padlet. Unfortunately, the only solution is to double check that the Padlet links are working while they're active and do a little bit of troubleshooting.
I think Padlet might also be a little intimidating for students who feel pressured to respond quickly or correctly.
Yeah, I agree. And luckily, Padlet allows teachers to set whether the student things are in their links or not, which is always a nice feature.
100%. Overall, Padlet is a fantastic tool for both students and teachers to use.
Right, and from studying with friends to collaborating in small groups and classes, we're acknowledging student progress in real time.
Padlet has something for everyone.
Hi, my name is Jude Klimstein.
Hi, I'm Alex Ritchie.
And today we're going to be going over an EdTech tool. We're so glad and thankful to be able to be welcomed on to the podcast for the week. And we're excited to be able to give you guys a great example of why our EdTech tool is one of the best. And Richie, what is our EdTech tool?
Near perfect Nearpod.
For sure. We love Nearpod in so many ways. I know both of us have been able to use this in our own class experience, either in high school or in college, I had some in middle school and elementary school too. And I've actually gotten to be able to work the program and get to learn how to use it and get better and better. And so really fun. Yeah. So we're going to start just with some benefits of Nearpod. So Nearpod, they're a super professional company. Like up here, I have linked one of their ads. You can see Nearpod is a pro company. They've been doing this for years. This is what they've done. Any thoughts?
Just the way it's set up to cater to like different ways of assessing with like quizzes and open-ended conversations like that. It's amazing. And it's real time too. So like perfect to use in the classroom.
Yeah, it really is perfect to use in a classroom. They do a really excellent job of that. And so you mentioned a little bit earlier, when we were talking about that as different assessment types, about this instant feedback kind of thing. Can you tell us a little bit about how that can be really useful in the classroom?
Of course. So one of the great things about it is you can do a presentation, like a live presentation with the students in there. They are actively responding while you're doing the presentation. So one kid says something that's wrong or incorrect, you can just be like, what's wrong or incorrect? So they get immediate feedback, which helps them more than better because they're not waiting for feedback to come later. So they can just fix their mistake immediately.
Yeah, I also like on a teacher level, like you don't have to wait for a homework assignment to come back to see, oh, this is where my students are struggling. It's like this active example of, oh, my students are struggling in this, and I can see, and now I can address it now at the time. And I think that's really useful. Yeah. In my personal opinion, and I don't know what your experience has been with this, but Nearpod has been astoundingly easy to use. It's on a teacher level, the slideshow creation tools are very streamlined, and I feel like they do a very excellent job of making it easy for the teachers.
It's easy for the student, easy to make an account, easy to get set up, and it's easy to follow along. It shows you everything you need to ask questions. It shows you everything you need, like explains everything for you. And so
it really is. Absolutely. Oh, and yeah, this is a whole crucial aspect that we hadn't even talked about yet. And it's like this whole thing with out of class work. Nearpod doesn't just have to stay stuck in the classroom as a presentation. It's not just like, this is the presentation we're doing today. No, like it can also be like a form of other informant. I know I had teachers use this when they were out sick, when they had themselves lecturing in the Nearpod. What about you?
Being personally, I'm not a class work. If I were to do something, I'd probably use Nearpod because of how easy it is to use and how easy it is to set up.
Yeah, I agree. Like when we do out of class work, it's not our greatest way to meet with students' needs, but I would say this is a very engaging way, especially because it gives you so much control over what your students are seeing. So it's almost like being in class, but out of class. Anyways, I do overall just think Nearpod is an excellent product. I think it does a very good job of doing exactly what its purpose is for. I really hope that you guys have been able to see just how useful Nearpod can be and how useful it can be in your class.
Use Nearpod.
Absolutely. I'm Jude Clemstein.
I'm Alex Ritchie.
And this has been the Perfect Nearpod.
All right, folks, there you have it. I hope that you check out Padlet or Nearpod for your next way to engage students in learning. Remember, you have the EDUMagic within you. Bye for now.
And there you have it, EduMagicians. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. For more EduMagic, check out sfessage.com and follow Dr. Sam on Twitter and Instagram @sfessage. Until next time, you have the EduMagic within you.